Until recently, the adjective narcissistic was rarely used. Today, however, the term is ubiquitous. We lay people may have heard terms like bipolar, manic depression, and split personality because we watched old movies like Freud, The Three Faces of Eve, The Snake Pit, or Sybil. But to use the term narcissist to describe someone who claims to love us but acts in the opposite way by abusing the ostensible object of their affection? Nope. He or she simply had issues that had to be dealt with in order for the union or relationship to survive. If you met, fell in love with, and married people who fell along a personality disorder spectrum now known as narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, you can no doubt identify trait after trait possessed by these seemingly charming people in retrospect. Those of us who have been victimized, no matter how long ago, can recall someone who repeatedly reeled us in, threw us back into the water, and eroded our sense of identity in the process. We lived in a reality that we could never have predicted until we looked back and analyzed their characteristics. There is no empathy. Forms few close friendships. Is commanding. Gaslighter. One who inflicts mental, emotional, or even physical abuse and then exhibits impressive remorse, but cannot see the cause and effect of their actions as a reason to seek help. Even sadder, a person who could never imagine the term narcissist ever applying to them, which, by the way, is frequently part of the disorder itself. We stick with them for a variety of reasons, some of which make us question our own intelligence for not recognizing it sooner. The truth is that anyone can end up in a relationship with a narcissist. Even our own self-esteem contains narcissistic elements. A healthy dose of it can be beneficial. In the extreme, however, most of us recognize when we are acting selfishly and insecurely and proceed to correct our paths, feeling it most intensely when someone else points it out. Grandiose narcissists are better at sucking us into romantic relationships. They begin as charming and charismatic. And, strangely, while we often find them manipulative, those aspects of their personalities also attract us. They appear to be excellent at verbal boxing, a type of flirtation that both challenges and draws us in. It's distinct. It's seductive. And it's far from boring. We feel special because we have become the focus of their attention. They rely on our continued enthusiasm for being with them. This facade of excitement can last for a long time, and even when we see glimpses of their inability to even have a healthy curiosity about things they should be paying attention to, we dismiss it for fear of losing the excitement. Relationship patterns, on the other hand, are crucial. Experts in this field will admit that there is something deeper at work here, something that is subconsciously driving you towards narcissistic partners or making you the object of their games. However, this does not imply that there is anything wrong with you. It simply means you haven't given it a name yet. As a result, you haven't made a conscious decision to remain in its vicinity. Take it from those who have finally left it behind, it does not go away on its own. If you've been in a long-term relationship with someone who is NPD, you may have unintentionally chosen to hug the cactus. Because no one, not even a narcissist, can make you feel small with their subtle or overt abuses without your implied permission. Our parents are, of course, our first influences, self-perceptions, and examples in life, whether we are the victim of a narcissist or the narcissist himself/herself. But let's take a look at you. If you wanted to please a parent, you probably learned to bend and shape yourself into the person you knew they would love even more. We accept the love we believe we deserve, whether we believe our family is functional or dysfunctional, as we often hear. Old school mothers may have even taught their daughters to accept the men they love at face value, and that at the very least, superficial submissiveness, laughing off or downplaying your husband's bad behavior, was a normal part of marriage. Back then, few people analyzed and labeled what they saw as everyday undesirable behavior. However, one must consider how women had fewer options in life back then. People pleasers like to feel indispensable to our significant others. Our need to feel needed contributes to why those with narcissistic tendencies gravitate toward us and we gravitate toward them. Your ability to love unconditionally is like catnip to someone who craves complete attention. Do you have a strong sense of empathy and can easily put yourself in your partner's shoes? When someone tells you their woes, perhaps stories of an abusive childhood or a bad former marriage, you may feel like a savior and safe harbor, a lovely feeling for a while. It nourishes you. If you are oblivious to any of the above, you will take much longer to notice what is going on in your own relationship. Instead of recognizing codependency for what it is, you may label your devotion to someone who mistreats you as a sign of loyalty and stability. How do you overcome your attraction to narcissists? It is your responsibility to recognize that no matter how long you hug that cactus, you will not be able to persuade him or her that any core relationship conflicts are caused by a disorder. Even referring to their personality in such a way is usually frowned upon. Next, reflect on the incredible person you are, especially the one you were before meeting this person who made you feel small. Then, make an appointment with a therapist. All of this will come out with the right person sitting across from you or talking to you one-to-one on your computer screen, and your willingness to examine what led to these relationships, past or present. And your habit of repeatedly hugging the cactus will get the attention it deserves. Breaking this cycle is one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself, even if it takes a long time to find another partner or find joy in simply enjoying your own incredible company.